This is KUGAN CASSIUS for iFoot TV in association with MGM Marbella. We're at Gallagher's gym here in Bolton. With me, I've got Paul Smith. Well, Paul, I've interviewed you a few times over the last few weeks, and it's kind of been like still waiting for confirmation, and couldn't really say anything. But it's on now. You and Arthur Abraham, 27th of September in Germany. You must be pleased to finally get that done.
Yeah, buzzing. Absolutely made up. You know, I've known it's been made for a long time, but just couldn't say nothing. And there still was a few little issues here and there what needed fixing and finalising, but you know, for me they were just formalities really. So I've known for a long time, but I couldn't really like confirm it because I also didn't want to jinx it myself, you know, and have it pulled away from me. There was always that chance. You know, if the likes of Felix or someone that came knocking in the fights off, simple as Abraham's going to take that for a German fight, but it's on, it's done now. I've just literally got the contact emailed through when I went in to get my phone to do the timing. It was through there, the email for the contract to be signed and everything else, and all the final, everything's set in stone now. I'm excited.
Without obviously going into too much specific, what was there a main reason for the delay? Because it seemed to be dragging on for a while.
No, just German TV, British TV, pace, gloves. You know, just the usual for most fights. But we've all agreed on everything now, and everything's agreed, and I'm happy with what I'm getting. I'm happy with what gloves I'm wearing and I can wear and everything else, and you know, all the other stuff, as you say, it's just options and all that. But I'm happy. It's a good deal. It's a decent deal. It's what you know, what I knew I'd have to sort of expect for a world title fight regarding like options and that. So got no problem with it.
And obviously you're going abroad to travel, and there's much debated about fighters going abroad to travel, but you've got no issue about obviously going out there to fight in Germany.
When are you going to get out of there? I'm out to Germany. To get him out of there, you're going to have to put like a €2 million bid in or something like that, something stupid like that. And there's probably not a British promoter that would do that. That's not having a dig at anyone. That's just the facts of boxing. You know, a fight for a British promoter to pay that to me, he'd have to be my father-in-law or something. You know, not have a right good interest in me because he's a massive name in Germany. Arthur Abraham, he's world champion. I knew I'd have to go to Germany. I've got no qualms about going. I've got no problem with going. You know, a lot less pressure on me in Germany.
Absolutely. Obviously, Abraham beat Stieglitz for this. So, did you expect that when that happened?
I was hoping for that because I knew the fight would be easier to make. But watching it on the night, you know, I thought Stieglitz was the worst fighter. I thought Stieglitz's style and his tactics were really bad on the night. Not again, no disrespect to him, he's a good fighter, but just 1-2 and old, you know. And there was a time in my career where I was doing that, and it's panic, and I know what it is. I've seen it in myself. It's just through panic. It's through not having enough variety in the gym and not having enough variety in being able to throw your combination punches. Stieglitz was trying to nullify it, and Abraham did, and Abraham come through and deserved the win. But I was delighted when he won. I remember I was sitting in the living room with my missus. I was nearly jumping around the living room that he won because I thought, you know what, I'm going to be next for him. Yeah. And then I wasn't next. Obviously, he has a warm up. I always knew it was there and thereabouts, and I finally got the fight now. But styles make fights, and I think ours are made.
Yeah, he's had a fight since then. Have you seen that fight?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I watched it live again. You know, and just glad he came through, to be honest, because he had a few patchy moments early on he hurt his hand. You could tell he'd hurt his hand, but you know, all the stuff where he said his hand was broke after the fight. You know, I'm an ass myself, and I know it wasn't broke. He's walking out giving him high fives with the hand. If your hand's broke, you don't let anyone touch that hand. I've had it myself. So I was glad he come through it, glad he got through unscathed.
You was out there for that fight, wasn't it?
No,
did you go out there?
No, Joe I was in training because I had to fight myself in May, so Joe went over and watched up close for me, and you know, I trust Joe's opinion more than anyone in boxing. So he went out and done a spying mission, got to meet him, had a chat with Sauerland, had a good time watching it and that, and we've got a very good game plan for it.
They seem like good people to deal with, Callum and Issa Sauerland.
Spot on. Yeah. You know, when I first met them, I was delighted they knew me. You know, I didn't have a clue. I always assumed, like everyone else, I knew they were English lads or Cockneys, but I always assumed they'd have that German twang about them, or you know,
I thought that as well, actually.
And I just got the shock of my life when I met him. What? I was like, fucking hell. You know, it was a pleasant surprise. But I've had a few of them where I've just booked by the covers before, and especially in this gym. We had this kid in, this Cash kid, I think his name was. He was one of Glenn McCrory's fighters. Yeah. And I think he's Asian. I think he's an Asian kid. when I walked in the gym, he had a full Mexico vest on, Mexico t-shirt. He had them old pony boots on, what you couldn't get over here, you only get in the States. And I thought, Callum's sparring a Mexican kid here, there's some Mexican. He was on his own, so I went over with water and went, water? He went, aye man, fucking warm in here man. Like proper fucking full on Geordie accent. It's got the shock of my life. I was expecting to be a Mexican or talking Spanish and all that, but I've done the same with the Sarlins. But you know what, they couldn't be any nicer lads, any nicer people, and they're on our wavelength. You know, I think deep down the Scallies themselves, you know, they are good lads. That's a compliment, by the way.
Absolutely good people. Paul, what were you doing in regards to the British title?
I'm still British champion. You know, there's only one person that I'll give the belt to for if he wants it, and he's sitting on the tide over there, Callum. You know, if he wants to fight for it next, then I'll vacate it for him, no problem. But I've had the belt for over a year and I haven't been able to defend it, so I feel pretty annoyed about it. I feel pretty grieved by it as well, and you know, just out of principle, I almost don't want to give it up. They haven't let me fight anyone. I've offered them about 6 opponents. I got a mandatory put in me, you know, in Rocky Field, and he failed his weight. So there's been no one that I can fight for that belt for 12 months, and that's not bullshit, and that's not beating around the bush. That's not trying to hide or avoid fights or dodge fights. I don't dodge fights, but for the fact that I haven't been able to defend it in a year, it could have been mine outright now. I could have vacated it 10 months ago. I could have vacated it December if they'd let me fight against Tobias Webb or someone for it in December. You know, it's 7 months down the line now, and I've still got the belt sitting in the house.
All right. Well, listen, Paul. Just a quick note on Steven Gerrard. Retiring from international football.
Yeah, from a Liverpool fan point of view, I'm delighted. From an England fan, good on him. You know, 114 caps. I think he's 2nd or 3rd in the list, is he? Behind Shilton or possibly behind Bobby Moore. But 114 caps for England, it's unbelievable. Again, you know, he's another lad, he's another Scally from Mighton who's just done brilliant with his career and his talent. He's worked hard. It's not just talent and ability, he's grafted away. He's worked hard. The shape he's in now at 34 is frightening. From a Liverpool point of view, we've got him solely concentrating on us now, and for the last of his remaining years of his career, and that's a bonus, because believe me, he's still a world-class player, still a quality player, and anyone will tell you that who knows the football.
Alright, well listen, Paul Smith, thanks for talking to Rifle TV again.
Good to see you today, by the way.
Good to see you today, sunny Bolton.
Yeah. Enjoyed it.
Did you like me on the old hammer and tire?
Yeah, he did well, yeah. You never won a teddy though.
Didn't win the teddy?
No.
I was just told a couple of the other boys, I was picturing it was someone's head that was down there. I won't name who it is. But
yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine. That's it now, no more interviews.
Alright, it's KUGAN, CASSIUS, Paul Smith, IFL TV.
Thanks,
Best of luck on the
Cheers.
27th of September. Thanks, mate.